First question from Kirsten Watson. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave. First, I wanted to get your thoughts on just the status of the bullpen right now, especially considering Julio went deep into the Brewers game with what turned into be an off day yesterday. Kind of just where things are at there.
I think that, we had a nice reset. I think that yesterday obviously was out of our control, but on the heels of Julio's start and the off day, guys played catch. But as far as going into a doubleheader, 2-7s today, with the off day looming here after on Thursday, we're in a great spot.
And I'm assuming Trevor Bauer will want to go all 7 innings. Is that something that you would hope, just in considering looking ahead for a potential bullpen game? And then for Kershaw, depending on pitch count, I imagine could he go all 7 as well?
Yeah, I think both starters are expecting to go 7 innings, and obviously the game situation, and we have a rested bullpen as we talked about, but that's certainly the goal for both those guys. Yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
Yep.
Next question is from Dave Assay. Go ahead.
Hey, good morning, Dave.
Good morning.
Did you go deep dish last night, Dave?
You know what? I went Clubhouse, Chicago pizza. It wasn't actually deep dish, so then I went back and had a little extra room service late, but I didn't go deep dish, Dave. Sorry to disappoint.
No problem. Thanks for the update. Keibert Ruiz, how do you plan to use him while he's on the roster?
I think with Keibert, it's more of having another right-handed, left-handed bat off the bench. He's been very good at the outside. He's been obviously traveling with us on the taxi, so to get him active, I'm pretty excited about.
Do you foresee him starting behind the plate at all during the stretch? I know you got a DH in Anaheim. Can any of your other catchers play other positions where maybe you could have 2 of them in the same lineup, or do you feel like it's a luxury to have him off the bench when you make your moves?
Yeah, I don't see any of our other catchers playing any other positions. There is certainly a possibility for him to start a game. But with the off days, our guys will be rested as far as Will and Austin. But anything can happen. I certainly trust them behind the plate. Our pitchers know him, have thrown to him time and time again. So we can kind of read and react.
Do you believe this will be a short-term thing, or do you feel like this might go a little bit longer than it was last year with him?
I don't know. Right now, we're in the mode of day to day. We'll see how it goes. Things can happen. Things change all the time. So I don't want to kind of put too much expectation on Keibert or for Keibert. So we'll kind of see how it plays out.
Okay, thanks, Dave.
You got Dave.
Next question is from Jorge Castillo. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave, just what went into the decision to push Walker tomorrow and have Trevor make that start tonight?
I just think that it's more of we're going to take care of all of our starters at some point, and this is just an opportunity to kind of push Walker back a couple of days, and Mike, I think he gets an extra day his next turn as well. So it's just the opportunity that we felt, just give him a blow, and as the season progresses, I'm sure we're going to do that with other starters as well. So that's all there is to it.
Do you expect to go with a bullpen game by the end of the week, or possibly Trevor go on short rest?
Yeah, I think probably the former. Just depending on how we come out of this series, coming off the off day, it's probably the bullpen game scenario.
And has Bruzdar undergone his MRI?
It was supposed to be today, so I haven't heard, but as I understand it, we're supposed to do it today, so I haven't got the results though.
And what's the deal with this weather? Are you hearing anything? You guys?
So yeah, I guess the forecasts aren't always accurate, but hopefully it's a little mist out there right now. But as I understand it, it's supposed to clear up, and this is as heavy as it's going to be. So our expectation is to play 2 sevens and get them both in today.
Thank you.
Yep.
Next question's from Eric Steven. Go ahead.
Hi, Dave. Just wondering about the 27th man. Do you only get that for the second game?
So we can choose, and I think, Eric, we are choosing for the second game, and we just haven't made that decision on who it's going to be. But yeah, it's in a doubleheader. You have one game to pick.
And then you mentioned, James Pazos as a possibility yesterday. Was it just a matter of because of the shortened games and that you went another route with Keibert?
Yeah, that's right. So James won't be an option for today.
Okay. And then one other question. You mentioned earlier in the year, Jock would get his ring when he plays you guys. Is that something that waits till Los Angeles, like in front of the crowd, or is it something he might get this weekend?
I know that that was the original plan. I think that's still the plan when Jock comes to Los Angeles. I'm not sure if we sent him his ring, but I hope for his sake and for the fans that we get to present it, when he's in Los Angeles. I just don't know if he could wait until he comes to LA. So I think, though, that is the plan still, Eric. Yeah.
One other question I have. So you guys on the road, sometimes we're Dodgers, sometimes we're Los Angeles. Who chooses that? Is that a superstition thing, or how do you go about choosing that?
You know what? A guy behind the scenes that kind of has his hands in everything, and rightfully so, is Alex Torres. So I think that Alex would be the person to answer that. That's news to me. So Alex is probably the guy that's the mastermind behind it.
It's not something like where, if you guys are, losing or winning, you go, we have to stick with these or anything like that. You never.
No, we stick with, me, Eric, the last thing I'm worried about is uniforms and thinking a uniform has impact on performance. So I like process, plan, preparation.
Thanks, Dave.
All right.
Next question's from Juan Toribio. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave, I know your focus is obviously with the big league club, but is it just kind of exciting for their organization to have the minor league seasons back and going? I know you've probably been happy with the alternate site, but just having real games now.
It's great. It's great in every sense of the word. I'm so excited for the players, the coaches, for baseball. It's good for baseball. It's good for the towns that have the affiliates there. For me, I check up on our guys every night. And so I'm just excited to start our season as this minor league season. I really am. It's great for these guys to play. They need to play. And so it's a great thing. Yes.
Appreciate it.